Hey there. Do that without the voice crack. Hey there, Dan here, BigGoofyRunner. Back for another video, just to catch up, because, yeah, when was my last video? January 23rd, 2022. It's been a while. Which is funny, because I'm thinking that video I always talk about potentially trying to go daily, and months later, here I am again. Quick catch up from what's been going on for the last few months. Been a lot of stuff, not necessarily all good from the life and the exercise perspective, I guess. January was the last vlog, and I did some running through January. I was starting to get a little bit better, I think. We had the treadmill had been fixed again. And then into February, we were having a lot of snowstorms and things like that. Like constantly shoveling lots of heavy snow. It was pretty crazy. And then, yeah, there was one day in February I was up on a ladder trying to change a light fixture, and I somehow hyperextended my knee. I think that's what I did. I also was snow shoveling the same window of time, so I may have twisted my knee in there somewhere anyway, but it ballooned up pretty bad. My right knee, I've had problems with that right knee since grade 10 high school football, so it comes and goes as problems. It's just more prone to injury than my other joints, I guess. And you know, I still get it pretty strong, and it does some crazy things considering how much weight it has moved around various race courses and tracks and fields and that kind of stuff. So I'll get it strong again, but it definitely took me out for a good chunk of time this time. It was ballooned, and as it was starting to get better, ran into the other issues that weren't necessarily physical for me, but my mom, who had been sick for a while, was in palliative care. Basically, there was not much they could do more for her. That was in early to mid-April, and I was out of town basically to be there for the end. And while I was out there, I got a call and a text from the wife saying that she had tested positive for COVID. So in that time frame, before I made it home, both kids also had it, and by the time I made it back into Winnipeg, I got it as well. I didn't get it super bad, but there were definite symptoms that were impactful for lots of things. Like, I remember sitting on the couch and being short of breath all of a sudden, just out of nowhere. It wasn't constantly out of breath, but I was just sitting there, and then I was like, oh, okay, I'm breathing deeper. I got to breathe deeper to get enough oxygen, that kind of stuff. So that was definitely an issue. And the brain fog piece, that was definitely something I dealt with for a few weeks after having it, just trying to get the brain clean. I couldn't focus on things. Nothing was making it through into the brain, really, and so that was entertaining. So yeah, there was, between all that, and then in that same time frame, basically while I was out for COVID, we had some reorganization at work, and the work group that I supervised basically doubled in size. So I was through, at least I was working from home while I was sick. So, you know, I went in for logged in for a few hours to kind of welcome on new folks and kind of do quick little interviews with them and all that kind of stuff. That was rough and hard to focus. Actually, it was still during the brain cloud period, so that was interesting. Shortly after that, once I was kind of all healthy, we were starting to, supervisors and higher level in our company, we're starting to move to a partially working from home, partially working in the office kind of model, after being working from home for 2 years and a couple months, I think, is what it all ended up being. So yeah, so that was interesting to go back in. So of course I had a lot of frustrations, a lot of stress moving back into the office. Just I didn't want to be in the office. My work from home area here is fantastic. Window over there with lots of light and fresh air when I want it. The kind of things that miss at work, and still fighting issues at work with lighting and stuff like that. Definitely headaches. I get headaches pretty by mid-afternoon in the office there, so definitely stuff I'm still to work out there. And then, yeah, coming from there, you know, everyone else started coming back into the office. Just a lot of stresses, and I don't think I realized just how bad the brain fog kind of was from the COVID until, let's say, 3 weeks ago, when the brain kind of went, oh, hey, I feel almost normal. And I didn't realize I wasn't feeling normal before. I didn't realize how cloudy my brain was. So yeah, that was nice to kind of get that cleared up. But From the exercise perspective, like I really haven't run since I hurt my knee in February. I've done some walking, especially walking at lunch, at work and things like that, to get out of the office a bit and things like that. When I'm at home, I am doing my micro breaks, so I pick up some dumbbells and do various weight exercises for a couple minute break. I've got the Bowflex, I'm doing that, so still doing weight exercises, but the days that I'm in the office, I haven't yet figured out exactly how I continue to do some of that resistance training. I do have some bands and stuff like that I may take to the office and kind of rig those up to do micro breaks and some kind of resistance exercises and stretching and stuff like that. So I just gotta do it. So still working on figuring out all those different kind of pieces, that juggling and how it all ties together. It's all pretty new in the hybrid world here for the corporation. So that's interesting. Lots of stresses. The only good thing about that is I've kept my weight essentially level since January, even through no exercise, no running, no cardio really. All this stress for going back to the office with my mom, with COVID. The fact that my weight hasn't skyrocketed is almost a miracle, frankly. So now that my brain's kind of clear and I'm getting things better and the weather's improved, I'm looking to get more cardio stuff back. It's an interesting fight though, because I go between, I don't care if I ever run again, to, it'd be good to get back to doing sub 2 hour halves. That would be kind of nice. And then I go to, I wouldn't mind doing an ultra again. Maybe could I train up for like a 24-hour race in the fall? And it's interesting that marathon never comes into play when I'm thinking about that. An ultra obviously is a marathon plus by definition, but it's a different game. It's a different way of doing the exercise. It's a different way of training. And I don't mind the idea of a half marathon training because I'm doing less long, slow runs probably, and more speed work, which sounds more interesting to me. Whereas the marathons, you're doing a mix of speed and long, slow, whereas maybe with ultras I can do more run, walk type stuff. It's just a different mentality in the training. And I think I'm having trouble wrapping my head around a desire to do marathons again. So I'm kind of in a weird spot there, balancing between never running again, doing a fast half, and doing ultra. So I don't know where that's going to fall, how that's going to play into anything. So it's in a weird spot, and yeah, it's kind of trying to get my brain wrapped around all that. I wonder if one of the reasons why I'm having issues with the marathon training is it's so regimented, the training you need to do. You generally will build flexibility into your plan and all that kind of stuff, but you are doing this. And whereas, for some of the other races, half marathon styles or the ultras, you can mix it up a little bit different. You can move things around and that kind of stuff, and it gives you more flexibility. And I'm finding, especially with going back into the office, that I'm rebelling a bit against structure. And that's something I've got to watch for. So yeah, the idea is the next 3 weeks or so, I'm going to make sure I am maybe increasing the resistance training I'm doing, and then start to break my brain and get back on the treadmill. Shorter runs, maybe just a mile, just to do it, see where I am, what I've lost, where my kind of pacing kind of falls, and things like that, and just kind of figure that all out and see where I'm at. And then I've got about 3 weeks, and then I go on basically a 3-week vacation from work. Not going anywhere, just gonna be here at the house. My wife has a pool maintenance business, so we don't travel anywhere in the summer. But 3 weeks off, and I'm gonna work on dealing with stress, probably playing with video editing, learning how to edit better. I can do the basics to slap together one of these vlogs, but actually doing a better video is something I need to play with. So that kind of stuff. I want to do a lot more reading. I want to get exercising, and I have a whole whack of housework that needs to get done. That it's not bad. I'm building the list. If everything goes the way I normally do things, I'll make that list, and I'll do everything in my power to make sure the list is done before I actually go on vacation to do it. So that's once that list is sitting there bugging me, I will work on it. So it's yeah. So we'll see how that all goes. Other updates, that kind of stuff. It's, yeah, wife Heather, she's still doing her run streak. She's over a year and a half now doing over 5K a day, or 5K a day minimum. She's pushing close to 3,000 miles or something like that now in that year and a half. Doing super good, super fantastic. She's keeping it going even with, of course, start of her pool season and maintenance and stuff like that. She's still going, so that's awesome. For the kids, it's good. Son finished up grade 10 for the year, so now he's just off for the summer, waiting to go into grade 11 next year. Daughter's got another week and 2 days, I think, in grade 8, and then in grade 9 she goes back to another school in the fall. And yeah, we're just kind of gonna enjoy the summer, enjoy the pool, just relax, really is what we want to do here. So I'm looking forward to that. We go into the fall, potentially might do a race or two. It all depends on how the next couple weeks go. Really is a good way to figure out whether I do something or anything in the fall. But yeah, going to be starting something. Don't know what. Anyway, I just want to do a quick catch up here. Everything is good. Nothing real exciting, especially from an exercise or weight loss perspective. But the fact of the different stuff that happened over the last 3-4 months, and that my weight didn't skyrocket, I'm taking that as a win right now. And now the work begins. Hopefully. Please. Fingers crossed. So anyway, that's the plan. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully it is soon and not 3 months from now. See you later.